am a trauma survivor. Even saying those words, even today, my chest feels a little heavy, and I go quiet, because these aren't just words. This is the truth, a truth that took me years to finally accept. For a long time, I kept telling myself, I'm fine. Everything is okay. Nothing bad really happened. I smiled. I tried to look normal. I tried to act like I was strong. But if I'm being honest, nothing inside me felt normal. Today, I'm sharing my story with you, because I know, maybe you're fighting the same battle that I used to fight every single day. And if my voice reaches even one person, if even one heart feels, I'm not alone, then all my wounds will finally mean something. I still remember, one morning, I woke up and stood in front of the mirror. I looked at myself, and honestly, I didn't even recognize who I was. The sparkle that used to live in my eyes, it was gone. My laughter, the kind that used to come out for no reason, now felt like effort. It felt like I was alive, but I wasn't living. I became a shell. Just a body still breathing, but my soul felt like it was far away, lost somewhere I couldn't reach. Every morning felt like punishment. The alarm would go off, and I would wish today didn't even exist. Every breath started to feel like a struggle. Every day felt heavy, like all the pain in the world was sitting on my shoulders. But the most painful part was, from the outside, no one could tell anything was wrong. People would say, "You're so strong. You'll handle it. Time heals everything." But no one ever asked, "What are you going through right now?" And slowly I started telling myself, maybe this is my new reality. Maybe my life will always feel like this. Maybe I'll stay stuck in this darkness forever. And when you start believing that pain is permanent, the first thing you lose is hope. I was surviving, but I had forgotten how to live. Then one day, nothing special happened. No miracle. No dramatic moment. I was just sitting on my bed, in silence. And for the first time, I didn't run away from myself. I asked myself a question softly, almost afraid to hear the answer. Am I really going to spend my whole life just surviving? Or, am I going to live again? That question became the first step of my healing. That day, I decided to see a therapist. And trust me, that decision was not easy for me. My mind was full of voices. What will people say? Am I weak? Is my pain even valid? But one voice inside me was louder than all of them. I can't live like this anymore. In my first session, I didn't talk much. The words felt stuck in my throat. But the moment I started speaking, I couldn't stop crying. Years of buried pain started pouring out. And the shocking part was, when I finally let it out, it stopped controlling me, even just a little. That's when I understood. You don't become strong by hiding your pain. You heal by feeling it. And healing is not a straight line. It's not a sad today, happy tomorrow story. Healing is messy. Healing is unpredictable. Some days, I felt unstoppable. And some days, getting out of bed felt impossible. Sometimes I thought, am I going backward? But I wasn't. Healing doesn't mean you never fall again. It just means, some days are heavier than others. So I made a rule for myself. No more shame in falling. Only pride in getting back up. If I cry today, I won't judge myself. If I break today, I won't hate myself. I'll talk to myself the way I would talk to my best friend. I started doing small rituals. Not some huge transformation. Just small steps. Like sitting in the sunlight for 5 minutes in the morning. No phone. No music. Just breathing. At night, writing down 3 things I'm grateful for. And most importantly, speaking to myself softly. You're trying. And that's enough. Slowly, very slowly, I started finding myself again. My laughter came back. Not fully, but little by little. The sparkle didn't return right away, but clarity did. And I learned something powerful. I'm not broken. I'm healing. Today, when I look back, I understand my trauma is not my identity. It was a chapter, not the whole book. That chapter broke me, but it also gave me depth. It gave me empathy. It gave me awareness. It woke up a voice inside me. And one more thing, if I had given up, if I had stayed silent, how many girls in our society would still be fighting their battles alone? How many voices would stay unheard? That's why I'm here. That's why I'm speaking. And if you're listening to this, and you're somewhere in the dark, this message is for you. You are not alone. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are a survivor. You're still standing. You're still breathing. You're still trying. And that is your greatest strength. Turn your pain into your power. Turn your story into your strength. Because when we become a voice for each other, loneliness starts to disappear. Because sometimes someone's voice becomes someone else's life raft. But let me be honest, the word healing sounds soft, but the reality of healing is uncomfortable. Because healing means facing everything you've been running from for years, memories you buried deep, questions you were never brave enough to answer. That happened to me too. Even when I started feeling better, the pain didn't disappear. It just changed its shape. Sometimes it became guilt, sometimes anger, sometimes a strange emptiness. And many times it came without warning. There were days when I was laughing, everything felt okay. And suddenly a smell, a song, a random sentence would trigger everything. And I would go silent, even if my mind understood that I wasn't in danger anymore. My body still reacted. That's when I realized, trauma doesn't just live in your memories. Trauma lives in your body. I started fighting myself. It's been so long. I should be okay by now. But my therapist said something that I still carry with me. Healing has no deadline. And that day, I learned to give myself permission to breathe. I accepted this truth. Some scars will always remain. But scars don't mean weakness. Scars are proof that you survived. Slowly, I learned to set boundaries. I stopped giving everyone access to me. I stopped thinking I had to answer every question. I stopped trying to look strong everywhere. And I learned, saying no isn't selfish. Saying no is self-respect. Some people left my life. Some relationships ended quietly. At first it scared me. But then I realized, anyone who disturbs your healing doesn't deserve your peace. I also learned how to be alone. Loneliness used to scare me. Now, silence started healing me. I learned how to sit with myself without judging myself. And the biggest change happened when I stopped seeing myself as a victim and started seeing myself as a survivor. What happened to me was not my fault. But what I do now is my responsibility. I didn't become perfect. Even today, some nights feel heavy. Some mornings feel slow. But now, I don't run from myself. I hold myself. And if you're listening to this, and you're thinking, it's too late for me, I want you to hear me clearly. It's not too late. As long as you're breathing, healing is possible. You don't have to be strong. Just be honest. With your pain. With your truth. With yourself. And one more thing. You don't have to handle everything alone. Getting help isn't weakness. Getting help is courage. If today you can only survive, that is still enough. Living will come back slowly. I'm standing here today, not because I won everything, but because I refused to give up. If my story feels even a little like your story, then please know this. You are not invisible. You are not unheard. You matter. And this is my journey. A journey of healing, of truth, and of coming back to myself. If you listened until the end, thank you. Take care of your heart. It's still beating. And that is the biggest miracle. Whiteheart, I'm Silent Wizard. And if you have a story too, please comment below or email me. Your story matters. And I will try my best to bring your voice to the world through this channel.